What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Shuggy from Sugar Earth Media, and we are following up on Resident Evil 4 Remake's controversy surrounding the new voice actress for Ada Wong. In my previous video on the subject, which I will link up here, I speculated that the actress deleted all her Instagram posts in a cry for attention after receiving a lot of criticism about her performance in the game, and my opinion was that she was doing that, and my evidence for that is that the only post she left up was of a hot button political issue. And if you're trying to clamp down on criticism of yourself, the last thing you'd want to do is put out a controversial statement like that. So that was my speculation in my previous video, and in today's video I get to take a victory lap because I was 100% right. I know I was right. I mean, it's still a speculation, of course. I'm not going to state it as fact, but it's my opinion that this whole controversy is all about her ego and just trying to get attention for herself and trying to protect a corporation from criticism. God forbid you criticize something. Okay, so I just want to right up front, again, reiterate, do not contact this person. Do not do it. It's mean, it's rude, it's not productive. Don't do it. It's a waste of time, okay? And it makes her look right. It makes you look like the asshole, okay? Don't do it. But I get to take a victory lap today because her recent statement is yet again another controversial political issue. And the rule number one of the internet, everybody seems to have forgotten this, don't feed the trolls, okay? If you are getting criticism or backlash or something like that, don't address it. They'll get bored of it. They'll go away. They're doing it so that you react. That's the whole point behind it. And I think that she knows that. My opinion is that she's smart enough to know that. And she wants to drive up a bunch of publicity and get attention for herself and get Instagram followers. That's what this is all about, in my opinion. That's my speculation. Okay, I will reiterate again. It's not me stating it as fact. That's my opinion on the subject. Okay, so this statement, to me, it really riles me up because it's basically insinuating that there's something wrong with the previous version of the character. And that is just so disrespectful to me. You're stepping into a franchise with millions of fans and you're saying that there's something wrong with it, that it was somehow racist and sexist before that. Okay, we're going to go through this statement one bit at a time. Being the first Asian actor to portray Ada in the Resident Evil video games is an honor. Okay. She's starting off trying to say it's an honor and then goes on to criticize the character Ada in the post. Okay, so it's completely disingenuous. I actually didn't know that it was a non-Asian actor playing Ada originally. And my opinion is that it's a voice acting role, or they call it acting for a reason. Okay, the actress is not literally a spy, okay? You don't have to be actually the same thing, in my opinion. But if you want to say, okay, it gives a little bit extra authenticity, sure, I accept that. That's fine. But, okay, nobody noticed before. It was never an issue before. And in my opinion, it really shouldn't matter. But I understand people want it. But I gotta say, there was a Japanese version of this game, okay? It's made in Japan. There was an Asian woman playing Ada all along. Okay, you gotta think we're stupid or something. Okay, but anyways, apparently the people who made it in Japan, apparently they were racist because somebody who wasn't Asian played it in the English-speaking version. Okay, let's just keep going through the statement. And I will be forever grateful to our producer and director, the ass-kissing, I don't believe it, for making the decision on authentic representation. Okay, is that really why they made that decision? I don't know. It doesn't matter to me, like I said. It's unfortunate with the game's release also came the all too familiar feeling of I don't belong. Okay, listen. Everybody gets criticism at some point. If you exist on the internet as a public figure, like I said, it's going to happen. I said in my previous video, if you can't take the heat, stay out the kitchen. I agree with that. And I just reiterate, of course, it's wrong to go to somebody's personal social media about it, okay? It's not a productive thing to do. It's mean, it's rude. Get a hobby. Do something else with your life, okay? I still believe that, all those things. But just because criticism is directed at you doesn't inherently mean it's because of your racial or sexist characteristics, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean that it's because of your identity. The posts that I saw, we covered them in the previous video, none of them were racial at all. None of them were sexist. They all just said that they didn't like her voice acting. In a mean way, albeit. But, you know, like I said previously, I'm not a fan of her performance, but it's not her fault. It's the producer and director's fault for making the performance that way, in my opinion. The buck stops with the people in charge of the project. So I don't blame her at all, still, to this day. While criticism is expected, she says, it's not the first time an actor of color faces racist or sexist harassment. We haven't seen any evidence of that. None of the articles I've seen showed any of that. Now I'll take her at her word and say, okay, maybe there was some of that. But now she's painting with a broad brush, and all criticism of her performance is now sexist and racist because of that. Listen, people of all types get criticized on the internet. Maybe some people get it more or less based on their identity. I understand and acknowledge that, and that sucks, okay? But just painting with a broad brush, in my opinion, is reductive. Inauthentic casting perpetuates an unhealthy image that further dehumanizes the community they seek to reflect. This is saying that the Ada Wong that was previously there, because it was inauthentic, it portrays this unhealthy image. So the fans that like the old version and not the new version, they had an inauthentic image in their mind. Girl, there are probably other Asian actors that they could have put in the role that people would have liked better, okay? Just because it's... I'm just repeating myself at this point. It is time we stop only capitalizing on the sexualized, eroticized, and mysterious Asian woman and make space to honor every kind of Asian woman. Okay, now Ada Wong is supposed to represent something that she's not. Okay, it's supposed to represent every kind of Asian woman. That's not what Ada Wong is. Ada Wong is a very specific, and it's not a stereotype, okay? It's an archetype. The femme fatale. There have been women of all races depicted as the femme fatale, a woman who uses her sex appeal as a tool to get what she wants. Okay, that it happens in real life too, by the way. Okay, it's not inauthentic in any way, but I understand it's maybe a stereotypical character, but I don't know. I don't really know about the mysterious Asian woman, if that's a stereotype, whatever. It's a Japanese company! A Japanese company created this character! It's not white people making this character! So you're saying that Asians are racist against their own race, apparently? What are you talking about? There's something wrong with the... As if this new version is something new, revelatory, and different, okay? It's not. And also, talking about sexualized, eroticized, okay, there's nothing wrong with having a woman be attractive in a video game. There's nothing wrong with that. And by the way, it's fine to do it to men, too, okay? Every superhero movie with a man in the starring role has him take his shirt off at some point, and he's ripped and all that. Women like that. It's fine, okay? There's nothing wrong with being sexy in a movie, okay? I don't understand where we are in society where everybody has very revealing clothing. They're walking down the street, it's very revealing. But if you have that same person in a movie, all of a sudden it's sexist because we're supposed to look at it. You dress that way, so we look at you. Dude, look at this, okay? This is footage from my playthrough of the game. Look, booty shot. That's a lot of legs showing for a non-sexual character. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, the whole thing is stupid, alright? There's nothing wrong with her using her sex appeal to her advantage, okay? That's one of the aspects of her character. And your new character isn't different at all, okay? It's the same exact character. Spoiler alert. Okay, my Ada is a survivor, okay? And that's different from the old one. How? The old one was not? The old one died or something? It's the same fucking character. She is kind, just, intelligent, and funny. Okay, she sold the T-virus, okay? The T-virus that makes zombies, she stole it and sold it, okay? For her own gain. She is not kind and just, okay? Just because she saved Leon one time. And I'll give her this. At the end of this version, one of the differences is they had her on the phone with Wesker, and she decides last minute not to sell him the parasite. Spoiler alert, that was her intention the entire game. She was going to sell the virus to him the whole time up until the last second. And all of a sudden, because of Leon, now she changed her mind. But that makes her just, because right at the last second, she makes a split-second decision. Come on. She was there to make money on the parasite. Human suffering, okay? I've long since said Ada's not a nice person. She's not a good person, bro. Just because she saves Leon a couple times, okay? She only saves Leon, in my opinion, because it's to her own benefit, okay? She's unpredictable, I disagree. Resilient, true. And absolutely not a stereotype. She is still a femme fatale. That's an archetype, okay? And like I said, it's not a different character fundamentally in any way. And if it was, that has nothing to do with you at all. It has to do with the writer, the director, the producer. They made those changes. You didn't do anything but read words off a page. Okay? Yeah, I get it. Some people like the performance. That's great. If you like it, cool. Totally respect that. So we all have different opinions. That's fine. But acting like there was something wrong with the old version of the character, and now you're the magical savior who made everything okay again. It's just not accurate, okay? And like I said, I got fired up in this video, and there's a good reason for it, because this kind of stuff pisses me off. But I will reiterate again, do not contact this person, okay? Do not. I think I've said enough. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and I hope to see you guys in future videos. With that, it's been your boy Shuggy. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, everybody.